Hi, welcome to your week 18 science video. This week's video is called Needles, and our purpose this week is to grow needle-shaped crystals from Epsom salts. Epsom salts are typically long, slender, and needle-shaped, but when they are sold in boxes or packages at the store, they're broken up, and so they end up turning into these little granules. And so our goal today is to turn them back into their regular shape. So what you need to do this experiment is pretty much everything before you here. You need your Epsom salts, and you need a tablespoon to measure out 2 tablespoons, which I've measured into here. You need, it calls for baby food jars, which I didn't have, so I use these little Dixie cups, and you need one about, this size of a container, half full of just regular tap water. They gave no measurement, just half. You need your scissors to cut out a piece of dark construction paper. It's going to just help see the final product better, and that goes on top of a little plate, saucer, whatever you have on hand. And then we need a spoon to stir the Epsom salts into the water. So I've got my assistant here who's going to take the 2 tablespoons of Epsom salts. He's going to pour them right into the water. He's going to stir them all up. They are not going to fully dissolve, but he's going to stir them for just a sec to get them as dissolved as he can. Once it feels like they're, dissolved a little bit, he's going to pour a thin layer of the water onto the construction paper without getting the crystals onto the paper. We just want the water. You can see it's got this, milky color from where the salts have dissolved. You can go ahead and pour a little bit more if you want. Okay, and that's pretty much our experiment. We're then told to wait a couple days until the crystals form. So obviously at CC we don't have a couple days. We have made some over here to sort of test what we can do about this time problem. I decided I would take a hair blow dryer and try to speed up the drying process. It did not work very well. While you can actually see some crystals, it just sort of blew the water out and made just kind of a big old mess. So then we made a plate exactly as we were instructed. It worked really well. We let it rest overnight. You can see there's nice long slender crystals. I'm hoping you can see that. Anyways, that worked really well. The other thing we did is we mixed the salts into warm water to see if we could get them to dissolve more fully, creating a better crystal. And while it worked also, I'm not sure that you can tell the difference. It made, it kind of made longer, more delicate crystals versus thicker, shorter crystals. So I don't know. There's just some different things that you guys can play around with. I would suggest maybe tutors making some of these samples at home, and you can bring them in to show your kids. And that way, when we do the experiment at school, they can each maybe create their own plate. We can put their names on them and then stick the entire paper plate with the construction paper maybe in a Ziploc bag for them to take home and watch it, over a couple of days, since we don't have the few days at school that was suggested for this experiment. Anyways, that's week 18. So that's all. Bye.